Couldn't find which window was playing the music. So much open right now. So many things are on my screen right now because I have a couple things planned for the start of this stream. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Don't text me. How's it going? Hello, Halcyon, Soth, No Artifact, Spides, Turtle Ray, Fabricio, Paidmon, Richard Taylor, and Sothtopus. Oh, that's an acorn. It's an acorn with tentacles. An acorn with tentacles, you don't say. Q, hello. Yahoo! How's everyone doing on their banner polls so far for either Hu Tao, or we've evolved for either Hu Tao or Nahida? Octocorn. Octonut. Octonut. Saving have both. Who's your first guys? Who did you first see C6? Oh, got the weapon for Hu Tao. Lost to Diluc. Rip. I really wanted Diluc for the longest time because I really like his like jacket thing, cloak, trench coat, whatever it is. Oh, you see C6 to Zhongli as your first one? Really? Xingqiu for you. Hi, family. Hi, Timothy. What up? Trying to Hitacon's only 4-star until now. I can't believe we already C3'd Shinobu in one. I mean, we'd saved up so many primos. Ah, my throat. My throck. First Secrets was Barbara. Really? Has she always been? Because she was a guaranteed, right? She was a free one when you hit a certain thing. Because Lynette was from the Abyss, right? Was it Lynette or was it Jiangling? Or was it both? Because there's some Barbara was a free one, right? You do have a C6 Chi-Chi, Peliquin. Barbara at end of Mondstadt, that's right. Hello, Kawaii. See, I don't think I have missed anyone greeting anyone as they come in. I don't think so. 3 Barbers on one banner. What the? I suppose that's a possibility to pull 3 of the same on one banner, on one pole. Free for leveling AR. Kale, Jiangling and Kale were from Abyss, and Lynette also from reaching the specific AR. Gotcha. And then Ayaka Forever banner, yeah. That's where I got Kale. I was like, where did I get this character? She has a cute voice. That's all I know about her. Yeah, I bet if you see 6 Ayaka because of the Forever banner. The Bruce Forever banner. Nope. Alright, pardon me real quick while I eat. So, Hu Tao needs to be played. Is it something like Shinobu where Hu Tao needs to be played at low health? Hello, Kawaii. Or why is Hu Tao a perpetually low health person on the field? We know. Thanks for the first time chat. Hello, welcome. Yes. Interesting. That's another thing that kind of put me off about pulling for. Oh, she gets a bonus at health and at turn percent. Woo. That's another thing that kind of put me off of Hu Tao is not only do I just not I have Pyro pretty well covered between Yanfei and Jiangling and Bennett. I've got Pyro pretty well covered, and I could build Toma as well if I want another one. She eats up her own HP and can heal it with burst, but because of her buffs that she gets, you would want her at low HP. Yeah. I was reading Shinobu's constellations. One of them is it will prevent her from dying. It'll just take her down to 1 HP. So a shot that would otherwise kill her will just take her down to 1. Which is pretty good. And then you can just then if you have because that'd be really nice if you had a team-wide healer. To have that constellation, because Shinobu always perpetually runs at 1 HP. That was what the constellation is. A lot of Shinobu's play style is she just runs at low HP because you use her thing, and that takes health away from her. I get you. Thank you for the first time chat. Hello, and the raid. Welcome. Hello. Just yapping prior to stream. But yeah, that'd be cool if to have that that constellation for Shinobu, where it takes her down to 1 HP from a shot that would otherwise kill her, and then you can just switch off to someone else, and then use a team-wide healer to put her back up. I'm good, Akichu. Thank you. How are you? Uh-oh, am I frozen for someone? Maybe try refreshing, because I'm still chugging along at 5,600 on mine. Okay. Also, let me know if the audio thing that was some of you guys were talking about a weird audio thing on YouTube. On the stream, a weird audio thing that had been happening. If that continues, like if it's not just on the stream, then let me know, because if there's some weirdness going on. So, plan for today, I think maybe try to dust up some more of those world quests that I haven't started. Some of the quick ones that are in Mondstadt and Liyue and places like that. Alright, cool, thanks. I need to do theater because month is ending tomorrow, so. And Hu Tao's quest. Oh, do we have Hu Tao's thing? We do. Oh yeah, okay. Actually, that's a great idea. We will do Hu Tao's we will do Hu Tao's quest today. That's an awesome idea. Thank you everyone that just recommended that. Palaguin and Fabricio, among probably a bunch of other people. And before we get into all of that, I have something that I'd like to do for you all. So, I guess I keep that playing for just a little bit longer. I told you that this is Kuago in your heart on MeTube. This. Boopity boop. I should just make this playlist public and just link it in the Discord. This is the playlist that I use for all of my like intros and outros and stuff. However, I've figured out in the first, like, it took me like 50 episodes to experiment around and find which songs aren't copyright friendly anymore. Because there were some ones that I used to, listen to that were copyright friendly when I streamed back like 4 or 5 years ago that are no longer copyright compliant. But today was originally supposed to be Squareathon. For anyone new, that's my quasi subathon marathon stream. I moved it to Sunday. So, but today, the day before Halloween, I'm just gonna do some spooky stuff. And I would like to do some spooky stuff anyway. So, before we hop into Genshin and we do Hu Tao's quest, let's set the stage a little with some spookiness. I have some creepypastas that I would like to read for you. It's only two of them. However, I think this should be a pretty fun time for us. Let me put that there so chat can be more visible. How's everyone's spooky season been going as well? I really enjoy the horror genre, mostly because I'm pretty easily scarable myself. And so I enjoy the horror genre. I just like the horror genre. Yeah, so that's what we're going to start out with. First one I'd like to read you is called Rivers. So, without further ado, let's just begin this little creepypasta here. It's less creepypasta and more just kind of a campfire story. Let me start this off by saying that I'm a very experienced outdoorsman. I'm an avid hiker, fisherman, hunter, and climber. I've seen it all, and I'm very much a skeptic of the paranormal. If anyone can give some rational explanation for what I'm about to explain, I'd be all ears. And for reference, this did not come from r/nosleep, actually, which is a great place to go for scary stories. However, this didn't come from there. I live in a farming community in the mountains. It's not a small village, but it's also not a big city. And I've really enjoyed how some great hiking is just right outside my front door. On one particular day, I decided to go a bit further than I normally do. There's a river system that dumps out into a big lake just south of me, and I was going to go camping out by the shore. That's one of the benefits of where I live. You don't have to drive hours away to get great scenery and a solid campground. It's within a couple hours hike. I loaded my pack, sleeping bag, mess kit, my fire starting stuff, intending on just gathering wood on the way there. There's enough dying trees near the river that the county is fine with people chopping some branches for firewood, as long as they're not cutting off living trees and they're not being excessive. Around 10 in the morning the next day, I set off, knowing I'd be capable of making it to the water with plenty of time to get some fishing, exploring, and relaxing in before the sun started to set. First part of the hike was very uneventful, being close enough to the town that it's well traversed by even casual locals. As I kept going down the paths I was used to, I finally came to a much narrower and more overgrown path that split off right before the road heads south towards that famous hotel on the river a few miles away. If you're from the area, you'd know what I'm talking about. If you don't camp or hike, I'm not sure how to give an equivalent explanation for how excited I was to have a new path that I'd never been down. Even just seeing the simple twists, turns, and the elevation changes the trail took was exciting because it was simply new. I hadn't been there before. It might have been the same species of trees, flowers, and grasses, but it was a different place. It was a place I hadn't been before, and that was cool. Then came the coolest part. There's a lot of abandoned buildings outside my town. We're a farming community, and as a result, there's a lot of shells of homesteaders and farmers and ranchers from decades ago all over the place. Very few of them are private property with no trespassing signs posted, so you can explore inside them freely. Just abandoned houses you can walk right in and no one cares. So when I got to a half-burned down house in the middle of a small clearing that the path passed by, I broke out my camera and got some of the most thrilling pictures of it. It looked so cool, so creepy. This was when I didn't go in, though, because it kind of looked like the roof was ready to collapse. But still, seeing yet another abandoned building just gives the whole trail a special vibe, and it makes it different than just another grassy path in the middle of the forest. That afternoon, it actually went off pretty normal as well. Pretty uneventful, just like the afternoon was. I made it to the river, pitched my tent, and relaxed on the riverbank. I did a little fishing, but I didn't catch anything. Still, just relaxing there on the shore with a bobber in the water was enough. I wish I could share with you the photos that I got. They're some of the most breathtaking photos that I've taken. Really, really nice pictures. When the sun hits the water, it just seems like it's flowing gold when the setting sun hits at the right angle. And right when I was lining up my camera for some more angles, I heard something behind me that made my blood run cold. "Excuse me, can you help me?" I whipped around and there was a young girl standing not far from me on the shore. I swear, I thought my heart was going to leap out of my chest. As I said, I'm a paranormal skeptic. But when you're in the middle of nowhere and suddenly a little girl is asking for help by a river, your hackles raise. I don't care if you're a skeptic, a believer of the highest sort, that creeped me out. When my pulse settled down a bit, I was able to reason, oh, she's probably from the town. There's a bunch of families I haven't met, so it's probably one of their kids. And as stated, this riverbank isn't very far from the town, so it's totally conceivable that a child could have accidentally wandered down here. I got lost in the woods, like almost a mile from town when I was a kid, so not out of the realm of possibility. Are you from the town? I asked and pointed to where I'd come from. But the little girl shook her head. No, I live in the country just outside of town. And that actually makes more sense that I didn't recognize her and she's a random girl out in the middle of nowhere. If there's a rancher in the woods, then it definitely would be someone that would just wander off into the woods and would not be something that I would recognize. I tried to be helpful, but she kept trying to get me to follow her up the hill. I started to get suspicious, not creeped out. I was less scared and more suspicious because of the very real tragedy of criminals using their kids to help them rob people. I told her that I could help her walk back into town, and she eventually nodded. I turned around to get my fishing pole, but when I turned back around, she was gone. I looked around for her for quite a while and even called out to her, but since I didn't know her name, all I could yell was just, "Little girl, little girl." Eventually, I gave up, hoping that she'd found her way back by herself. She probably just went back to whatever ranch house or whatever, town, whatever home that she was from. Little ranches out in the middle of the woods. At sunset, I made my fire, cooked up some simple noodles and veggies that I brought with me, and started to stretch out in my tent. The tent flap was open, and I was just staring at the fire when her voice called out again. I can't find it anywhere. This time, I was definitely creeped out. I could tell it was the girl again, but what was she doing out at dark? I scrambled out of the tent and stood up, looking around. I couldn't find her anywhere, though. A book. Her voice felt like it echoed all around me while simultaneously being soft and quiet, like the whole forest was speaking to me. Hello, little girl? I'm right here by the fire. Do you need help? And it was just silence, as if my voice had shushed every bird, insect, and rodent in the woods. Then her voice again. The river carried me a long way. The water was really cold. It froze my hands stiff. That was the last straw. I packed up all my crap and got the hell out of there. No way was I staying there when a random girl who wouldn't respond to me was stalking my campsite in the middle of the night. The light of my lantern was barely enough to see the trail by, but the moon was full and I made it back to the road before long. I can't tell you how relieved I was to see the streetlights on the bridge. My guess is some local kids had their sister play a prank on me and they were just snickering in the bushes while the girl creeped me out. But I don't know. I've been in the woods a lot, and this goes down by far as the most scared I've ever been on a trip. And I'm sure it's not really a secret that this was a creepypasta I wrote about the ghost of Little Nine in Wuwang Hill from Genshin. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that one. I think it turned out really well. So what do you think? So that was story 1. Pardon my chewing again. The scariest part of this. I remember we were still very early in the game when we walked past Wuwang Hill and we found Little Nine. I remember walking up and being like, why is there a girl standing outside of a burned down house? And she was like, hey, find my book. And then I came back and she was gone. I was like, oh, why is she gone now? And Paimon was like, well, did she go look for the book herself? Like, no, Paimon, she didn't look for the book herself. Voice was great. Thank you. It's pretty well. It's I don't think it's confirmed in game, but it's pretty well assumed that Shang the Ninth in Qingse Village is Big Nine, isn't it? And that the Little Nine's drowning happened like decades ago. So that was story 1, and I'd like to move on to story number 2, and then we can hop into Hu Tao's story, Hu Tao's quest. So, story number 2. This isn't a crazy, weird, or terrifying story, but it was definitely the creepiest experience I've had working retail, and it remains the only time I've ever been followed with what seems like malicious intent. I manage a small retail store, and I only have a small staff working with me, but we're really tight, and we work well together. At the time this happened, I was working at a store in Lakewood, Colorado. Not a sketchy area, not fancy, not skyscrapers, not suburbs, just a normal city area. Because we sell stereos and some other small accessories that are small enough to pocket, we routinely get shoplifters, but as a management, you really can't do anything. And frankly, you really shouldn't. All you can really do, and all you really should do, is call them out. Hey man, I literally just watched you pocket that. You gonna pay for it? Either way, just let it walk. Nothing in any store is worth getting shanked or shot over, and accounting already compensated for the loss before the fiscal year even began. We got really busy during the after-work rush of 4:30 to 6:30, and out of the corner of my eye, I caught a guy shoving some expensive headlights, the brand Sylvania ZXE Gold. They're like $70 per headlight. Saw him shove a few of those in his pockets and speed walk for the door. He was trying to take advantage of us being swamped by customers during the rush. I did my usual, hey, you gonna pay for those? And he looked right at me and said, do something about it. I was already tired and stressed from a crazy shift, and I told him, don't ever coming back to our store. The standard half-hearted remark from a manager who knows very well that walking merchandise never hits your P&L reports as more than a tiny blip during the weekly conference call. That's not a big deal. Shoplifting happens. Let it walk. He stopped in the airlock when I said that, though, and just death glared at us through the glass door, moving his eyes from me to my other employees. I tried to ignore him, but I made it through 3 entire transactions before he finally left. I joked with the customers who saw it, and we moved on. If you've ever worked retail, you know that crazy, angry, and aggressive even customers aren't rare. It kind of just felt like a normal event. I mean, we've had junkies doing drugs in our bathrooms, homeless guys bathing on the loading dock outside, people literally screaming at the top of their lungs over our return policies. A shoplifter giving us a dirty look barely even registered to my staff. Once we slowed down a little, a customer came back inside saying that he saw someone taking pictures of all the cars in our parking lot, like several angles of each car. When we went to the window, the guy said, "Oh, he's already gone." I didn't think much of it though, because my staff kind of drives some cool cars, and guys taking pictures of the cars in the lots wasn't that abnormal either. One guy drove an '04 Mach 1 Mustang, another guy had an '89 Honda CRX SI that looked fresh off the showroom floor, so it was kinda seemed like a normal thing, but I still kept it in the back of my mind. When time came to close, I was finishing up my tasks, and the cashier I was closing with said that she noticed a car that had been idling in the parking lot with its parking lights on for far too long enough to make her nervous. She was young, and she was a good-looking woman as well, and I kind of thought that maybe she was just being paranoid. However, I have a sister, and I know that a woman's sixth sense is almost always there for a reason. I still had that picture taker in the back of my head, and the shoplifter, so I told her instead of taking the trash to the dumpster, leave it inside by the dock door, we'll get it tomorrow. After we locked up, I waited till she got in her car and pulled away, keeping an eye on the car she talked about. It was a beat-up mid-90s Nissan. She drove away, and it didn't move, so I assumed it was just some high schooler stoner killing time in the parking lot. As I pulled out of the lot, though, it turned its headlights on and pulled up right behind me. The lights were super bright and much whiter in color than the stock one should have been, and I couldn't help but remember that the bulbs that had been lifted by that guy were our top-of-the-line ultra brights. I hopped on the main road by our store, and the car followed. Not too weird. It's the main road. I always took a side street roundabout way home since it avoided all the traffic. Avoids all the traffic, has fewer stoplights, more of a lonely path, which I like. In the city, it's hard to find areas of the road that aren't just crazy and packed with people. So I took my normal way home, and when I turned on the first random side street, which would be random if you don't know where I'm going, the car followed. So now it was getting weirder. First side street I turn on, this car's following me. Shoplifter's piercing glare came back to me, and I decided to take a few more random turns than normal. Each turn, the car followed, and it wasn't long before I realized that I was definitely being tailed. I tried to play it cool, but inside my heart was pounding. The car never revved up on me or followed too closely. All it did was just stay a half block behind me as I crisscrossed and doubled back up and down random side streets, at one point even hopping back on the main road and driving back past my store again. I continued to drive for a bit as I debated what to do, staying well away from where I actually lived, and this car just kept on following me. I finally pulled into a gas station. The car pulled up right next to the space in front of right next to the space next to me. I made sure my doors were locked. I didn't shut my car off, and I pretended to play on my phone. This car had limo dark tint, and I couldn't see anything inside. Whether it was a high schooler playing a dumb prank and laughing with their buddies, or a psychopath pointing a shotgun at me, I had no way to see. I debated calling the cops or calling one of my friends, but for some reason, I decided to just take off again, and this time the car didn't follow. I raced home, made it into my apartment, locking the door, and everything seemed fine after a half hour had gone by. Started to relax. While I was winding down on the couch, my living room curtains suddenly lit up with bright white lights. Bright white headlights. I could tell they were headlights. I could even hear the car idling outside. And whatever car was out there stayed for several minutes. Now, it very well could have been a neighbor getting dropped off, or a late night food delivery, but being chased down a Lakewood random streets, being chased down random streets in the middle of the night by bright white headlights, I thought anything was possible, and it got even more paranoid. Car finally left after a few minutes, so it finally left. Nothing else happened. But I still played video games that night with my revolver on the sofa next to me, after triple checking my doors and windows. Now, can I verify it was a shoplifter? No, of course not. But all the coincidences added up to one of the creepiest nights I've ever had as a retail manager. And that is saying something. And not only is that saying something, but that is not only a true story, that was my story. That happened to me during 2020 in Colorado. So how'd you like that one? That was the freakiest night I've ever had. Not just working retail. That's just the creepiest night. I've never had someone try to break in. I've had some creepy people wander around my house in the middle of the morning. Just a month and a half ago, I had someone ring our doorbell. Just a random guy ring our doorbell at 4 a.m. I was like, can I help you? And called the cops and never heard anything. But yeah, that was definitely it was so clear. It was so clear, immediately, this guy's actually following me. Well, what do I do? What do I do in this situation? And I've been in fights. I've been in dust-ups in high school, and I know how to I've taken martial arts. But when it's a random dude in the middle of the night following you with his car, it's I don't care how much martial arts you have. That's freaky. So that's always kind of my left hook on scary stories, because that one actually happened to me. I lived that one. That was So how'd you like it? Why is my mouse here? Why is my mouse there? Anyways. Okay, it goes away now. Let me tab back into this one. Okay. So definitely don't want to delete that. That needs to go, and then this also back to normal. Okay, cool. Sweet. Close that. Put that back over there. Kind of crazy when 30-ish people pile onto one place to watch these streams regularly. I know, right? for Little Nine's, oh my gosh, come on, window, go back over there. There we go. For Little Nine, in lore, Little Nine was Chang's childhood friend, and he wrote the early drafts of the story. He wrote the early drafts of the story for her. He doesn't seem to know she died. Oh, he thinks their family left because her parents didn't like him. Now he wants his story for her to become popular, so that no matter where they are in the world, they'll see the story of Little Nine, for Little Nine, how he changed, so he can see her again. Well. I didn't know that. I thought that it was just a theory, a game theory, that Chang the Ninth was Big Nine. Well, that's depressing. Something about working retail. Being a shop assistant in the back warehouse was the only time I ever close to being a ghost. Oh my gosh, yeah, dude, warehouses are fucked up. Oh my gosh, clipping into people's mouths. Okay, stop that one. I'd like that one as my outro song, so I'll have that one primed. Put that there. Put this here. Put that there. Put this up my ass. Put that. Okay. Specifically Kuki. Try to clip into her noggin. It's not directly said, but considering he says a girl and his childhood friend had a nickname that wouldn't fit her now that she's old, yep. Yeah, that seems like it. Girl Tigerfish. Oh, it's not letting me clip into her model. I've done that in a few games where you can like see inside their inside the head of their model. I'm glad to have Shinobu now back at proper power. This little Inazuma took us through a lot of the starting of this game. She's not a standard character, is she? How did we get her? What banner was she on? Was she alongside Yelan's banner? Because we got her a long time ago. All 4 stars become standard? Oh. Yeah. All 4 stars have standards. Oh my gosh, Shinobu's also really short. Is she shorter than Yanfei?
I charge a higher rate to...
Nope, Yanfei's still small. Oh, I gave, probably pulled for someone, got her by accident, probably, yeah. Or there's a side quest in the chasm that's spooky. Ooh. Sorry, chewing, excuse me. It's this one. C6 Shinobu will save herself from being killed. So you can at the very least, she'll be on 1 HP, but you can at the very least, that shot that would have killed her won't, and you can swap to someone else, like a team-wide healer, and then heal her up. Or just feed her in the inventory screen, because the NRE only applies to the active character. But and then also 150 EM for 15 seconds at 25% health. What's C6, Barbara? Barbara is in the party or on the field. One of the automatically revive. Oh yeah, yeah. And fully restores. Also. Noelle's devotion passive as well, that she doesn't even have to be on the field, and she'll save you skin.
The case before us is a strange and unprecedented one indeed.
The cabbage before us is a strange and unprecedented one indeed. Oh my gosh, she is so small! She's so small. Let me remember to actually turn the audio up this time. Hu Tao time. And we're going to Wuhang Hill. Hell yeah, bro. Let's start at Chingsei Village real quick. I haven't eaten anything besides like a piece of bread today, so give me just 1 sec. It's like late in the afternoon and I still haven't fed myself. We're working. Oh, another a spooky place in Inazuma as well. Also brought guess I didn't bring Sethos up. Brought Jinyan, Kale, Razor, Fremine, oh not Kale actually. But I brought some of my level 1s up to level 20. So that I could get
I'll remind you again.
The standard fates from them. So we got four blues to roll on. Wow, a black castle. Hold on, Nightwalker. Wow, a cool steal. Is cool steal still the best one for Kaya at this point? For me, given what I have, is that still going to be the best one for him to have? Because Bane of Water and Ice is still pretty. Bane of Water and Ice is okay, and Feist. Bane of Water and Ice is okay. It just feels like this is such a he's had it for such a long time. That I was looking at him the other day and I was like, is there not a better weapon for him? Flute, or that's physical damage. Honestly, Fillet Blade might not be horrible for him. It's just but it's just attack damage, not elemental damage. Excuse me. Kai can use the flute. Excuse me, Kai can. Oh my gosh, Kai can use the flute. 100% damage to surrounding opponents. Cord. I'll give him that. I'll need to level it up first, but I'll give him that. And then when I hit for 42, when I hit for single-digit damage, that'll remind me. Oh, level that up.
The case before us is a strange and unprecedented one indeed.
Look at this little deer. Oh shit, who was in this spot? Because this is my Hyper Bloom team. Was it Kazuha? It was, wasn't it?
Alright, let's head off.
Alright, let's head off. Ooh, there's a katana recipe in Inazuma quest. Ooh. Yes, please. Okay, one more bite real quick.
Into the wind.
Oh, use the flute on your Furina for a long time. That's fair. I actually kind of thought that just what I know about her. The only thing I know about her is the screens here. Kind of thought that she struck me as a catalyst user. Oh, there is. Of course we're meeting Hu Tao at Wuang Hill.
One with nature.
One with nature. Oh, okay. Okay.
The wind knows me.
Only left-handed sword user. Interesting.
One with nature.
One with nature. Wuang Hill. Spooky time. Wow, we got spooky all of a sudden. Well, I didn't mean to do that. This. Hu Tao. We watched her trailer, didn't we? Yeah. Why didn't I TP the dimension? I don't know.
Why do we come here? Paimon's got a bad feeling about this. Not that Paimon's scared or anything. Just, concerned for your safety. It's just that this is how lots of scary stories go. You're in an empty place, in the middle of nowhere, there's barely any light, and then just when you least expect it, a stranger comes out of...
A stranger comes out of... Oh, my Undertaker! Okay.
Quick, do something!
Didn't you say you weren't scared?
Paimon's intuition says that anyone we run into here is going to be far from normal. If he gets us, he's gonna eat Paimon for sure.
Who are you?
I'm I came from beyond the heavens. Probably true, but that's such a grandiose way of saying it. I'm a traveler. This is my MRE.
Traveler? Are you from one of the other nations? No, I've never seen your kind of attire before. Could it be that you traveled from the other side?
Yeah, that's it, dude. I'm dead.
I'm just here for a funeral. I don't mean to offend. No matter who you are, there's no need for any ill will between us.
Whew. Seems he's just your average scaredy cat. He looks more afraid than Paimon.
Did I scare him? But you're kind of terrifying.
Huh? I'm not. I'm super friendly looking. Don't be afraid. We come in peace.
Gods protect me!
No. Stop freaking out and stand still. Relax.
Relax. Yes, whatever you say. Please stay your hand.
Stay your hand. Oh my gosh, dude, chill.
Don't come any closer. I mean you no harm. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Hey, Paimon already said nothing's gonna happen.
Yet the butterfly flutters away.
Was it something Paimon said?
Yes.
Let's go after him. He might do something stupid.
You made fun of his shoes, Paimon. People like their shoes. Why would you say that about his kicks? Remember Kicks cereal?
Director, there's a ghost after me.
Oh? Don't get too excited. These are clients, not ghosts.
You don't know that.
Exactly. We said we're not ghosts. Why won't you calm down and let us explain?
Her pigtails remind me of Mona.
Although, clients doesn't seem quite right either. Yeah, forgive me.
Ay-ya.
This is one of our new undertakers, Mung. It's his first time working a funeral, so of course he's afraid of his own shadow. Funeral. Oh, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor! Zhang Li is a consultant there. They deal with this stuff a lot, right?
canonically, when did this come out? Is this supposed to be done like after? Excuse me, after the Archon Quest 1.3. Don't let her rap. The fuck you talk after Archon? Okay, gotcha.
Oh, you know Zhongli? Well, that saves me a lot of explaining. I'm Hu Tao, the current director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, responsible for, well, trifling matters having to do with immortality.
She's so cute. Look at her starry eyes. Her little hat.
A satisfying trade to be in, though, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is well known around town. Whatever the request, I'd be glad to hear it.
I don't think... Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just hit the mic again. Sorry about that. I don't think we fall into the client category.
Yeah, if we were looking for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's help, this is hardly the place we would come to. Ah, but you see, I wasn't referring to clients in the business sense. Everyone who enters this mortal realm will be a client of mine.
Oh, jeez.
Sooner or later.
That's a way of putting it.
Well, that's dark. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor welcomes advanced reservations. When you choose us, you'll never have to worry about what might be around the corner.
She's like, business is booming. What with the Inazuman Civil War and everything, I've never been richer.
But be sure to book the right date. Pro tip, it is a living nightmare trying to get flowers at short notice. Speaking of dates, if you're struggling to decide, please do come and talk it over. I'd hate to see you still alive and kicking when your big day comes.
What the hell are you talking about?
Whoa, slow down. That's... you... There's a lot to unpack here.
Is everyone at Wangsheng... Zhongli's not a weirdo. That all sounded very bizarre.
You'll have to excuse her. The director is a rather unique individual. Allow me to explain. We'd heard that there'd been some supernatural activity at Wuwang Hill. To restore calm here, we performed a funeral ceremony. It went very smoothly. According to the director, we shouldn't be expecting any more issues in the near future.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, Wuwang Hill, funeral. What more is there to say? These three belong in the same sentence. You two, on the other hand, have no business coming to Wuwang Hill. You being here is not normal.
I'm not normal, so there.
Maybe your understanding of normal isn't quite normal.
I'm here on an adventure.
Adventure? You must hail from the Adventurers Guild.
What's the fun in funeral? Hell yeah. Everyone cabbage or nut for Nightwalker. That was a great. That was a legendary.
Then you are one of our distinguished clients. Wood, to be precise.
Wood?
Wood? What do you mean? That's just how we gauge our clients' importance. We have 4 levels: wicker, bamboo, wood, and marble. The higher the grade, the better we'd like to get to know you.
Basically what your casket's gonna be made out of.
But I've just only heard of this.
Well, that's because I only just thought of it.
Oh,
Don't look so shocked. Oh, take a look. Our adventurers spend the whole day scaling mountains, clearing domains, and smiting enemies. Danger and peril are their bread and butter. Clients like these deserve better treatment. Taking an interest in their daily lives will ultimately benefit not only them, but also me.
Charming.
Oh, touched a nerve, did I? I'd have thought any adventurers who dare come here would be used to conversations like this.
I like her already.
Anyway, I have a favor to ask. Recently, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has been trying to strike a business deal with the Adventurers Guild. With you acting as an intermediary, it would be so much easier.
What's in it for me, ma'am?
Let me think what I could offer you as a reward. Or perhaps there's a favor I could do in return?
A discount on my casket?
Ah, we're looking for someone. We've asked a lot of people, but nobody seems to have a clue where they are.
Oh, why did I think that they were talking about anyone other than Lumine?
This seems like something right up my alley. I can even inquire with the ones who no longer speak for you.
Great.
You see? Helping me will be worth your while. Come on then, my able assistants. Let's get down to Liyue Harbor and do some business. When did we become your assistants? Longshun Funeral Parlor. The ones who no longer speak. Oh, did she mean talking to the dead?
What else would...
She's a weird one.
Oh, I forgot about these things. For some reason, I didn't remember that this thing was an enemy. Wow, you guys have gotten, Baymax has gotten really tanky, since we've seen him last. I'm gonna switch.
Everybody stand back!
As one with wind and cloud. Transcend all constraints.
Spicy Baymax.
Shine down. Adventure time. Torn to oblivion.
Spicy Baymax. Spicy Baymax. Don't look at me. Scoop of tainted water. Man, Baymax really packs a punch. Hey, Oceanid's down there. I'll just walk there. Oh my gosh, why would we... I wonder if she knows Chongyun, the Exorcist.
You again. Look, I told you, we're not interested in the kind of cooperation you describe.
Roasted.
Come on, there's no reason to get upset. Look, one of your members is an avid supporter of my proposition.
Just hear her out.
Oh, since our last negotiation, I've come up with a new proposal, which I think you'll find has far more benefits for you. First things first, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor will prioritize the Adventurers Guild requests above all others. You'll also receive 100 of our signature wooden coffins for free, together with your first order.
Jeez, Hu Tao.
That's not all. We also provide an on-site cadaver collection service covering almost all regions in Liyue. Now, we do charge a slight premium for a very small number of especially dangerous areas, but don't you worry about that. I promise you, it's still very affordable.
She's like, if you get a team wipe and if Oceanid team wipes you, it's gonna cost you a little extra for us to drag your corpses back to the harbor.
I don't think you're hearing me.
Okay, all right. I get it. You want to bargain a little more, but our offer as it stands is already quite a good deal, don't you think? Just think about it. An adventurer's life is full of unexpected threats. It's only natural to take precautions. Mend the roof before it rains, as they say.
Yeah, no. I'm not so sure that saying applies in this context. Speaking of precautions, I'd rather focus on keeping my adventurers safe in the first place. It's time for you to go. I have to attend to other matters.
Like standing here.
Oh, wait, hold on. What would you say to a group discount? 30% off for parties of 10?
Director, please, you did your best. We don't need another clash with the Millilith.
Another.
If Paimon understood all that correctly, it seems like she's trying to sell them the funeral parlor services.
This will get us nowhere.
Yeah, nothing left to do.
Hiya.
Let's go back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Rejecting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's their loss. Some things are inevitable. It's only a matter of time.
Look at this stare down going on right now between... Sorry. They both have such just kind of confused expressions that I found that really fun of me. Fun of me? I found that really funny. So you guys said that she rapped in a in an event. That's that's adorable. Cat.
Seems like the old ways are the most reliable after all. Mung, are you done preparing our promotional materials?
My apologies. I'm only about halfway through. Do you really think they will be effective?
Trust me, they're going to work wonders. This marketing strategy has been used by Wangsheng Funeral Parlor for generations. Clients in need come to our door and write down their commissions on blank wooden tiles. Then they squeeze those inside the parlor through the crack under the door. I fulfill the request written on each tile to make sure our clients are satisfied with the service, no matter if it's an obituary, cremation, or funeral that they seek. Although, it is a bit of a hassle with the constant back and forth. If only we could burn them by the batch.
No, Director, I'm not asking about the wooden tiles themselves, but about the special offer they advertise.
Special offer?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor should keep up with the times. Just think about it. If we don't attract new clients, we'll be left with nothing, won't we? Business development is a crucial element of every prosperous enterprise. I've been trying various marketing strategies ever since I became the director. I put up posters just like all the other shops, but the Millilith promptly removed them. Then I organized the Wangsheng Visitors Day, but no one showed up.
Well, that doesn't come as a huge surprise.
And finally, I discovered that the traditional ways are the most reliable after all. I took inspiration from the wisdom of previous directors. So now, I go from door to door looking for people and organizations willing to cooperate. Just like during our visit to the Adventurers Guild. That's what I mean by business development.
Bruh.
The other method I'm trying is using the wooden tiles as coupons. Just by writing things like, buy one, get one free for the holder of this tile on them.
What do they buy and what do they get?
What do you think, Paimon? What did you miss that whole pitch that she just gave Lan over there?
A solid and durable second home, of course. Well, they may not need it right away, but they can be sure that when they do, it will still be as good as new. It won't start deteriorating before you finish doing so yourself. That's the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor quality guarantee.
No wonder you're on the Millilith's radar. Man, I admire the hustle. You know what? Admire the hustle. I don't know what to say to that.
All right, Mung. Keep adding those special offers to the wooden tiles. The future of our business depends on it.
I'm still not sure this will work.
As far as job security, Hu Tao, I don't think you have much to worry about. Peeps just gonna die. I don't think you need to...
Oh, I get it. You think that our special offer is not comprehensive enough, right? It is true. I was offering all kinds of great benefits to the Adventurers Guild because they are a new client. But in doing so, I neglected my old clients. You're right. It's unfair. Let me do some market research. Wait here, my faithful assistants. I'll be back with you in a moment. It shouldn't take too long.
Paimon already told you we're not your assistants!
Angry, spicy Paimon, smiling head empty ether.
Guess we got dragged into somebody else's business again. Let's look around while she's away.
Adorable Spooky Bean. Spooky Bean. She's also very short. A lot of small characters up in this place. Fairy lady.
The director's new hires.
No.
Not us. We're just very curious about Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and Hu Tao.
Well, I wouldn't get too curious if I were you. Too much knowledge isn't good for ordinary folk. The director is tactful when it comes to what should and shouldn't be known.
What do you mean by that?
Her? Tactful?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What should and shouldn't be known. A board used for hanging Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's wooden tiles. According to Hu Tao, all the tiles should be blank. In which case, the characters on the back of the tiles must be the special offer. Quote unquote. Hey, a chest. Really? I missed a...
Full offering.
Really? I missed a Liyue Harbor chest? So behind this door is Wang Sheng funeral parlor. Look how close he's standing to that. Look how close I made it. I just made him put his face into the door. It looks far more ordinary than the director made it out to be.
We should get going. Let's go find Hu Tao.
That's settled then. Write it like this. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor Bumper Sale. Buy one, get one free. Buy two, get three free. More for your Mora. I love it. Better than all that lifeless brochure stuff. We want people to feel warm and fuzzy.
But director, isn't Lifeless the name of the game in this industry?
That's old hat. We're opening up new ground.
Why does Wangsheng Funeral Parlor need to open up? Yes, director.
Poor guy's giving up.
Right, we should get going. I am not letting new business escape us.
We? As in us.
Who else? Do you see anyone else around here? Oh, well, you probably wouldn't see them if there was.
Stop adding little afterthoughts like that. It creeps people out.
Just a joke. Sorry. Everything you see is everything that's present. For the moment, at least.
What? It's good to think before you speak. You're one to talk, Ether.
Lighten up. The way I see it, people make death scarier than it really is. What people truly fear about departing this world is suffering and regret. To deal with the trauma, they let their imaginations run wild with notions of ghosts and evil spirits. Oh, baseless fantasies. What we've ended up with is a topic that people are morbidly afraid of talking about. If I don't broach the subject, then Wangsheng Funeral Parlor won't be long for this world.
But I've seen a ghost. I've seen several, frankly.
Oh, more approachable and appeasable than you'd imagined?
Paimon wouldn't say that. Let's just say at least it didn't hurt us.
What if you didn't meet Little Nine before this? Or was that a requirement for this to, like... Or are they talking about someone else that I'm forgetting because I have a squirrel brain? Like a mandatory... What mandatory ghost did we meet? Was there a mandatory ghost we met?
You must have come across a particularly ferocious entity. How should I put this? Most spirits are incapable of harming ordinary folks. The job of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is to guard the border between life and death. One component of this is correcting notions of death and the afterlife that people may hold. Simply put, for those unable to see the border, they're best kept as far away from it as possible. So for ordinary folks, the best case scenario is ignorance of all matters concerning spirits in the afterlife, or even better, a belief that none of it exists.
Then you really don't have any excuse for spooking the heck out of people.
You make it sound so abominable. I'm just trying to get them to see the humor in it all.
That's why people think you're weird.
I never thought you'd be such a bore. Never mind. If you stick by me, everything will become clear. All right, let's get going. Follow me.
Director, wait. What about Big G?
Big G.
Don't forget.
Big G? Who's that? We've been in Liyue for ages and never heard that name.
The Jolly Green Giant, obviously.
Oh, nothing. Just something Mung's been pleading with me to take care of. Should be a piece of cake.
Where are we going?
To visit an important potential client. I'll lead the way.
Oh, Dusky Ming, right. At, the inn. That's right, that was a mandatory ghost. Try your luck betting on Jade!
What should I try this time?
You could try shutting the fuck up. Oh, whoops, up here. I made that dumb joke before.
Sorry, who are you?
Hello.
I'm me.
I'm Hu Tao, director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Okay, so why would someone from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor be looking for me?
Nothing major. How are you feeling these days? Any aches or pains?
Why are you looking for me? Hu Tao just stabs him.
You shouldn't ignore them, by the way. Very often they're an omen of something terminal. When we're healthy, it's easy to forget the crushing fragility of life. So, aches and pains, best to keep an eye on them.
What are you getting at? I'm in great health and enjoying life very much, thank you. Go and find some other poor soul. Goodbye.
Why do they get angry? What's wrong with a few earnest health tips?
Oh gee, I don't know.
Because they're coming from the director of a funeral parlor.
Time to go.
I love Liwei. The music and everything as well. Do I have any stuff? Where is it? Oh yeah, I got 2.
Time to go.
Time to go. I didn't know this little bit, and there's a chest I missed. I didn't know this little back alley existed.
A fateful offer.
Apparently I haven't been exploring thoroughly enough.
Time to go.
Moo moo.
And you are? Be quick. I'm busy.
Hello there. Would you be interested in understanding a bit about our services at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? I'm not in need of your services. So you're out here looking for new customers? Don't you think this might be a bit of a crass way of going about it?
Hardly. Isn't this the fashion these days? Bring the service to the customer and all that.
I'm not sure it's every service that falls into that. Anyway, please bother someone else if you don't mind.
Well, that was quick.
Another failure. Still, not the end of the world.
Paimon's curious. Does this approach ever work out for you?
I know your face.
Oh jeez.
The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor director,
She
right?
knows.
I'm sorry, I'm really in no need of it.
Don't apologize. Get to know us. We've got a new sale going on. Ever hear the saying, out with the old, in with the new? Well, going out with a bang is the best way to start off in style on the other side.
If you keep talking like this, I'll have to call the Millilith.
No. Okay, relax. We're leaving. But Wangsheng Funeral Parlor awaits your distinguished patronage.
I'm sure you do, Hu Tao.
You really don't give up, do you?
Tough crowd. Respect the grind. Homegirls hustling and bustling.
Are you trying to make me feel better? Well, thank you. Seems you understand me far better than most people.
Not really. This is just getting really uncomfortable.
Enough business development. Please help me find my sister.
Business development? Is that what you see this as? Surely you don't think all that was business development.
Then what was it exactly? Traumatization for its own sake?
No. The business development ended after the discussion with the Adventurers Guild. I was helping to find somebody for Meng. You remember Big G?
What? Rings a bell.
As it turns out, the Big G that Meng is looking for is a ghost adrift in the mortal realm. The 3 we saw just now were all people I suspected of being followed by Big G, but having seen them, I didn't sense the presence of anything otherworldly. So we just had a quick chat, and I left it at that.
If that was stopping in for a quick chat, I wonder what we saw what business development looks like.
Why didn't you say so? Paimon thought you had some kind of sixth sense for, people in declining health.
Huh? What would I need that kind of ability for? I'm no doctor. Were you seriously hoping that the director of the Wangsheng funeral parlor was going to start healing people? Or...
Wouldn't that be fun if she had a passive that, like, healed? Like Noelle or something.
Paimon was trying to subtly imply that... never mind. Paimon wouldn't know how to explain subtlety in a way you'd understand.
Well, let's leave that for now and head back to Wangsheng funeral parlor. This Big G matter is very closely linked to Meng.
Subtle tea is my favorite drink when I'm trying to keep a low profile.
How many days has
Get it?
Daddy been away?
Damn it, Jim, I'm a grave digger, not a doctor. I approve. Thank you, Palaguin. Whoa! Kazua's biggest mortal enemy.
Meng, I'm back. I'm afraid we're still no closer to finding Big G.
I see. Well, I'm just sorry for the trouble. I've already searched in all the likely places.
Who is this Big G anyway?
I guess I should start at the beginning. My home was in the vicinity of Wuwang Hill. In my youth, I had a good many friends there. Big G was one of them. We were the best of friends. Inseparable, really. But one day, there was an accident. And that was the end of him.
What was the accident, Meng?
I've never forgotten. Too many memories, I suppose. I often return to Wuwang Hill. But recently, after one such visit, I started to feel strange. Now, every night, Big G appears in my dreams. I can't help but wonder, did I disturb him somehow?
Why would you say that kind of thing doesn't happen, Ether? The amount of crazy paranormal stuff that you've seen in this game already. Not even paranormal, like you have met literal deities, gods walking among men, and that seems too far, Ether.
Perhaps. I don't have proof, but I can't stop worrying. I get more anxious every day. How would I ever come to terms with my childhood friend becoming an evil spirit?
That's why he joined Wangsheng funeral parlor. In place of a salary, I'm helping him deal with this matter. And in fact, what Meng has said is entirely plausible. Spirits on occasion do find a way into our world. But as for evil spirits, I think you're scaring yourself. Even I have only encountered malevolent forces a handful of times.
But are you sure there's no danger? I couldn't bear for him to go around harming people.
You see what I mean? Look at the state of him. If we can't find Big G, it'll eat away at Meng forever. Those people we found today were also Meng's childhood friends. I thought there was a big chance Big G might have hidden among them.
Among us.
Here we are, empty-handed.
Wuwang Hill, childhood friends? Seems like we're out of leads.
That makes way more sense. I thought she was just going up to random people, like...
Sorry, excuse me. Is this Wangsheng funeral parlor? My name's Luo Chung. I've had this awful feeling recently, like something's staring at me.
Ooh.
Some of my friends and I went to Wuwang Hill the other day on a dare. After I returned home, I felt ill. I've been having recurring nightmares, but the doctors can't find anything wrong with me.
We went to the Stanley Hotel, and all of a sudden I started seeing...
I think that it's a curse, right? I've been cursed by a demon.
Say no more. There's no doubt it's a demonic curse, all right, and a serious one at that.
Why would he go to Hu Tao instead of Chongyun, though? Chongyun is from Liyue Harbor, isn't he? The Exorcist family?
You believe so too? Then it's just like they say in the tales of old. The vengeful spirits of the gods who fell in the Archon War return to cast their evil curses upon mortals. And if the curse isn't lifted, it will burn through the body, laying waste to flesh and bone. Oh, what a wretched end!
This random NPC Luo Chang had a really good voice actor. Oh, what a wretched end!
The symptoms I'm having are just like those described in the tales.
Wuwang Hill? No, I don't think it was a curse. It was probably just Big G.
Hold your horses, both of you. There's no need to creep each other out.
Isn't that exactly what you like to do, though?
I don't think she's intentionally creeping someone out, though. She has a weird sense of... She has a weird... I don't know.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor specializes in demonic stuff like this, right? Help me. I beg you. I'm too young to die.
All right. Don't panic. Leave it to me. You've come to the right person. However, in order to lift the curse, we need a suitable location, and we need to make some preparations. Come with me, my trusty assistants. I'm going to need your help.
I guess I'll come too.
Why?
Help him make the preparations first. The incense exorcism, the one I taught you. When you're ready, come and find me. Once we've finished with this, we'll get back to the Big G matter.
Okay, I guess.
Right. Let's go.
300 meters away. All the way up there. Wow. She's weird, yes. Where are we going? Up there. Not far. Relax, Sonny, it's not far. We'll be there in no time. Please, Lily.
Follow the wind.
Oh, I wonder if I have to defend this.
So, what mysterious rituals are you gonna perform here?
No ritual at all. We just need to kill some time.
Eh?
Wait, you didn't take all that vengeful god's curse stuff seriously, did you? They were eradicated ages ago.
So then why are we here?
You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed, and the other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. It's hard to reason with them.
Your idol animation has a ghost coming out of you.
Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark. I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. If you want to calm them down, you need to convince them with something tangible.
Oh my gosh, it's raining. It was a dark and stormy night.
And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes.
It was a dark and stormy night.
Sounds like that might work. If you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old.
How old are you, Paimon? Aren't you like 4,000? 4,000-year-old demigod? Created all of Tevat.
Why would you ask that? Paimon just wants to know why we can't tell everyone the truth.
Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person the truth will improve the situation instead of exacerbating it. What I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary, our fix will also be make-believe.
Makes sense. But why would anyone believe that it's a curse?
Do you know the history of the Yaksha?
Haven't heard about it. Why does that sound familiar? Like my brain saw that word and I was like, I should know this. Like, I feel like we have learned about this at some point.
They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle that engulfed the whole world in darkness. Although the gods were defeated in the end, their resentment persevered. That resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk.
Pestilence.
Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading. purify the air, and burn the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of these practices were, you guessed it, the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Interesting.
Paimon didn't see that coming. Really?
Yes. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague was completely eradicated. We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restored the balance between life and death. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead.
That's what you meant by guarding the border.
So when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that the ancient plagues were real, or it would incite panic. Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show. This leyline monolith will make for a really great prop. You're finally here. We just finished our preparations. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It'll absorb the curse inside you and cause it to take a physical form. But don't worry, the traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our safety.
Doing the dirty work again. Don't worry.
Right. I forgot to tell you. It'll be fine.
Don't worry. We'll probably get a... when we get a trial character, I always assume that, like, it's that the trial character is actually doing the fighting alongside Traveler. Because otherwise, it's not like Beidou and Tianfei and everyone aren't actually here.
Will that really solve my problem?
Trust the director. She might look like a weirdo, but she's serious about everything she does.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive or disarmingly different? All right, let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant,
Ooh.
please activate the device.
Now I'm a glamorous assistant.
Is it really
Yeah!
possible to materialize the curse? The wind knows me.
Game's up. Fun's over. Gotcha.
Did the lightning just hit the monolith?
There is no escape. Clouds high. The burst come.
Ow. That was my face hole.
Now you shall perish.
How are you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Yes, I feel more invigorated than ever before. I'm cured. I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help. If it hadn't been for you, the curse would have taken my life.
Great. In which case, I guess now I can tell you. You've been pranked.
Yeah.
What?
This exorcism device? People like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old ley line monolith deceptively effective at attracting monsters. And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery?
The curse wasn't real? Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess, but I'm leaning towards the last option. Wouldn't be the first time in my career.
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that, but still, I'd like to thank you.
Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time, but I can't do it over and over again. So I'd appreciate it if you try not to give in to superstitions in the future. Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Wow, what a weird thing to say. I shall head back. I'm sorry for troubling you.
You better be.
I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, unless he crosses the border, There will be no end to his antics. Since we are done with the matter at hand, can we resume our search for Big G?
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Big G?
Hello.
I didn't mean to bother you. Any of you.
This is Big G? He's just a child?
Well, you're just a toaster, or what? What? What would you? What did I just say? Moving on.
Well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when he left this world.
That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard the name Big G.
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. We have much to do.
Wonder why Big G? Because Little 9 is obviously a little,
Time to go.
and Big 9 was just like her older friend or something, I guess. Maybe Big 9 was just taller or something. But I don't want to. Well, you have to. You must. It's for survival. Could use more of these. I need these for stuff.
Clear weather all around brightens the heart.
He says while swimming through this divine pond. Wait, we're going? Oh, I thought we were going up for some reason. I thought I saw the glittering path leading me upwards.
After all that's happened, Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore.
I didn't expect to stumble upon Big G just like that either.
Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world. It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back.
This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh?
Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone.
Does it not sound like Bennett's VA? Kind like just a little bit.
A few days ago, some people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they'd come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed one of them back and ended up here.
It must have been poor Lo Chung that you followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence. Now we know what caused his nightmares.
I was discovered?
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Why didn't you come looking for Mang sooner? Oop, need to click it.
Yeah, Hu Tao and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor, and I got lost in the city.
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself. We always had to lead him.
So, all of this was just because you got lost?
Oh my gosh, so the gamma on these rocks, the brightness is insane.
Why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit? Don't you think it's much easier to find your way from up above?
I can't. It's too high for me. I get scared.
That's right, yes. He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill.
Was the accident him falling down the hill, man? Is that what we're getting at?
You haven't changed a bit.
Good thing they didn't call you Tall G. Bazinga!
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, my only choice was to hide. I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the Leyline Monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wuwang Hill, and we should be done and dusted.
But he
Dust
just said he
dusted.
wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Wu, Mumu, and Songza.
Well, if that's the case, we can't let him down. We'll ask them all to help us prepare a farewell ceremony for Big G. Mung and I will escort Big G back to Wuwang Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize each one of them during the ritual, then come and find us.
They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe we can take Big G to them.
That's not a good idea. I don't want to scare them.
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. The less they know, the better. So be careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes.
Are we really going with Hu Tao's plan? At least by keeping things low-key, we won't be giving anyone nightmares.
Do be subtle when asking people, head empty ether. Just goes, yo, there's a ghost who wants to see you. Listen.
Hi! Do you remember us?
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon.
Monk said he's an old friend of yours.
Yes, we grew up together. We still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find their director to be quite peculiar. But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, what would you choose? Just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna actually go commemorate him or anything.
Typical Paimon.
I'd cook something for him.
Let him cook.
He could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Jueyun chili chicken. I can make it for you if you bring me some Jueyun chilies. I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years. I still use that old recipe.
Deal! Just give us a minute.
That sounds like a Jiangling recipe.
Jueyun chilies are a common sight in Liyue. I can rustle that dish up in no time if you help me find some.
Here's some. I have 128. Why do I have 128 chilies?
Great. This should be enough. I'll get started on the Jueyun chili chicken. I guess you've got other folks to track down? When everyone's ready, I'll get the dish over to you.
Great! See you later! How did he know about the others?
I wonder, Paimon, because you weren't subtle at all. Maybe that's why, Paimon.
Time to go.
This one's over here. Oh, it's the dude in the place with the chest that I'd missed. There sure are a lot of chests in this game. A lot that I've missed. I'm sure there's still plenty of Mondstadt chests that I've missed.
Not you again. I told you, I'm not interested in the inner workings of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Mung told us about you. You're good friends, right?
That's true, yes. Come to think of it, I remember he did join Wangsheng Funeral Parlor recently. It didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why. The Big G incident. But I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Letting go of the past is a painful process. I would know. So, is Big G the reason you're here to see me?
No.
How did you know? We didn't even say anything.
I'm a businessman. I've got a sixth sense for this
That
kind
doesn't make any fucking sense at all, Moo, but go on. Go ahead.
Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. I never heard the end of it when I set up shop. But I'd say I proved a few people wrong. Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it. We were penniless. Today, business is booming. I ended up buying loads of these. It was a dream come true.
That is clever framing to have this overhang conceal what's in his hand, so they wouldn't have to make a model of whatever he's holding, so that it could actually be like kind of suspension of disbelief, not suspension of disbelief, because otherwise they just hold out their empty hand, like we're used to that. But that's kind of clever framing to like mask his hand.
Wow, you must be like super rich.
For me, it's a memento of a childhood long gone. Without it, we wouldn't be where we are today. So, having found me, I guess you'll be looking for Little Wu and Songza next.
Plenty of chests, and that's just the female character. Yes. Okay.
We already saw Little Wu. Now we gotta find Songza.
I see. If it's Songza you're after, let's meet at the overpass at Feiyun Slope. It's just above the staircase leading down to the dock.
The dock.
I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done.
Luxurious toy box.
The wind knows me.
Hi.
You're all here.
Reminiscing about old times, thinking back to past events. We've been at it for years.
Our hometown was completely destroyed in a disaster, so we've got nowhere to go back to. Now, home is wherever friends are.
They've just been telling me you're looking for keepsakes. I make artisan Xiao lanterns down by Liyue Harbor. I guess they represent me better than anything. A few days ago, I bought some quality plastrite shards. They're currently all in the warehouse at the dock. I've already spoken to the manager. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me?
Seems like you already know what's going on. Be back in a jiffy.
Be back in a jiffy.
Between Hu Tao and Yanfei, Liyue Harbor has no shortage of dedicated, skilled tradeswomen.
Cheer! Follow the wind.
Because Hu Tao also gives me that same kind of like Yanfei vibe of someone who is like brutally good at their job. Even though Yinger, calm yourself. Every time I walk by, you don't need to entice me to buy perfume, quote unquote. Oh, I landed on his head.
Hi, we're
And
here to pick up the
Jiangling, yeah.
prostrate shards for Songza.
And Jiangling. Liyue's the best.
I think she mentioned it. Yes, here you are on the register. No problem. The plastrite shards are over in that crate there. Please, help yourselves.
Why did the mixing on his voice change?
Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace. These look like what
Oh,
Songza
whoops.
was talking about. Let's head back.
Let's head back. Let's head front.
One with nature.
Oops, I fell. Oh, all three also are pyro.
Time to go.
And then there's also Yelan and Beidou. Liyue just has the best characters.
Into the wind.
I'm only partially joking about that. I just really like this region. It's what made
thanks
me.
to both of you. This looks like great stuff. Please, wait a moment. This is the final step. Okay, there we go. I wrote all 5 of our names inside the lantern. You know, during the annual lantern rite, we all release a lantern like this. No matter what the days may bring, whichever roads we choose to take, while this rite remains observed, each of us remains the same.
As for the matter of Big G, the three of us have discussed amongst ourselves and agreed we won't press you on it.
But if you get the chance, please let him know we're doing well. And that the things we once spoke of, they've all come to pass.
You can count on us.
Thank you. We'll pass it on. Big G is lucky to have friends like you.
Was lucky. He's not alive anymore. We can't talk to him. Remember, Paimon?
We got everything we need. Let's go to Wuwang Hill and find Hu Tao and the others.
Hu Tao. Oh, 2,000 meters away. Let's just fly there. That one? Do.
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses the spirit.
Oh no, this is down
It's
below.
best
This
to
is
ride.
this is the teleport to get to Oceanhead. Hu Tao. Nobody ever asks how Tao. Or why Tao. Or when Tao. Look, a ghost. Zoinks.
Oh, you're back already? Sooner.
Oh, shit,
didn't
sorry.
go spilling the beans, did you, Paimon?
Beans.
Does Paimon look that unreliable to you?
I'm kidding. Anyway, looks like they were willing to hand over some keepsakes, so I guess they knew the deal. Nevertheless, when it comes to things like ghosts and ghouls, spirits and souls, the one thing everyone knows is you never know what to expect. Which explains why they were reluctant to pry and find out the full story. Which is just as well, because if they had attempted to, it would have been too much for me to deal with.
I can't tell if you're serious anymore.
Guard the border between life and death. This is Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's most important responsibility, and I'm stricter than most.
So what about us? Does it matter if we cross the border?
Of course not. After all, you were caught up in all this already, just like Meng. It's not the end of the world if you catch a glimpse behind the curtain. And where we're going, don't be surprised at what you may see or what may occur. All of it exists within the border between the living and the dead. An ordinary place, really. The only special thing about it is that nobody really knows about it. Whatever you do, don't get all worked up over nothing, okay? Or else by the time we're out, I'll have to erase your memories. So listen to everything I say. Let's go.
It's a fucking meme template. Head empty. I was almost saying head ether. Head empty ether smile and concerned Paimon.
Paimon's scared. But like Hu Tao says, we're already caught up in this. We better see it through to the end.
We've got a dungeon to crawl. And I'm sure we'll get a Hu Tao to trial as well. Hello, Yuna. Welcome. I took a drink, and when it popped in,
Silly Billy Hilichurl.
Yes. When it popped in, it was zoomed in so far that I thought that these were her arms and she was like aggressively T-posing for some reason. Okay, anyways.
Wow, what is this place?
Somewhere close to death, but not like the hell or underworld from the tales of old. This is just a place where the ley lines tend to go a little bit haywire.
Oh my gosh.
So keep your cool. Follow me. The farewell ceremony site is just up ahead.
She also bleps at the end of her attack. Oh my gosh, everyone's animations are so smooth. Whoa, wow! Her dodge turns her into butterflies. What's your skill? Ooh, imbues the weapon with pyro. Handy that. Blepavoo.
That pattern looks familiar. From the right angle, you can make out the whole thing.
Oh, this.
Like
I'm stupid.
last time.
Whoa. Say ah, wall. What's this spear she's using? It's really cool. I like it.
The wind knows me. Illusion shattered.
Did you say go? Go!
This place doesn't feel at peace.
That's why it's named the border. You can't just cross whenever you please. You need to have a little... How do people normally put it? Pomp and ceremony?
Paimon's pretty sure that's not how people put it.
Okay, wait, hang on real quick. Forgot that her thing takes health. What is it? Yeah, consumes a set portion of her HP to knock the surrounding enemies back and set the paramita papilio. Attack cost 30% of current HP. Okay, so that's exactly like Shinobu's, isn't it? Isn't it hers also 30% of current HP? Yeah. All right. Just don't get hit. Simple. What's this? Whoa! The ghost came out.
Everybody stand back!
Where'd he go? Oh, it's not off cooldown yet. Did I miss a chest in here? No, okay. Now we good. Yeah, and get better damage at lower HP. What's her charge attack? Okay,
By
the
the
normal
way,
spin.
I imagine Adventurers Guild members are good at making order of things. See if you can find a way to get the right things into the right places. Usually it requires a bit of destruction as well as elemental reactions. On your marks.
You talking to us?
No, Paimon. She's talking to the person outside.
Go!
Oh, she bonked her head. Hey, a chest. Blom. Blom. Hu Tao. 34 HP is wild compared to my characters. Except for Yelan.
There is no escape.
Your mom. Oh! Crossover. No, 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 no. Oh, you got wooden shields.
Shine down.
Oh, that's also not cooled down yet.
There is no escape.
Is that just a big slap that she does with the burst? It's an AoE. And so so this costs HP, and her burst heals her a small amount, or regenerates percentage. Cabbage. That's really cool that she becomes immaterial or something when you start her dash. Looks cool. I think it was with Yanfei that I noticed that the drill charge attack will almost always go through Hilichurl shields. Oh, that pot can't be crushed. Uncrushable pot. That's probably the way out of the dungeon.
This looks the same, but there aren't enough. So confusing. Let's have a look around. Or up ahead.
Why are those spiders so tanky for no reason? Requires 2 charge shots from Yelan. Yeah, the river Styx. Let's go down here. Ooh, creepy music. I like the wide, I like how she kind of uses the spear more as a slashing weapon, which is really interesting. Wait, are we back? Yeah, we're back where we were. Okay, still looking for the other one of these things.
Huh? Isn't this where we just were before?
No. All right, I need to. Okay, down to the river Styx. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Completely forgot that Mung was with us until just that moment. Okay, where is this thing?
What in Tavat is going on? Have we even been moving forward this whole time?
It's almost as if we're constantly being sent back to the beginning. Everything resets.
Hmm. Weird.
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Go on.
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
This is a face. I didn't realize that until just now, until right this instant. Thought for some reason like light these. I don't know. I'm trying everything. Cabbages will carry me. These torches are only lighting as we arrive at them as well. Look, now they're lit. And those ones just light. Okay, let's start back at the beginning again. Let's take a look at this. What the hell? You're supposed to break every pot that you come into contact with? Oh my gosh, 70 HP she's at right now. See that?
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
Huh. In the words of a wise villager. What the hell is going on here? Oh, it's where two. It's where two of these. It's where the bridge meets up with it, and it's creating its own little small ledge. No, that'd be weird because it's not require. It didn't say require. No, this is also someone's a pyro character's domain. I was like, what if I extinguish all the torches? It's interesting, unlike Shinobu's can only take her to 20% health. But Hu Tao doesn't give a fuck. She's like, 50 health? We're good.
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
I really kind of thought maybe that'd be a, maybe that would be a, really kind of thought maybe that would be, let me try that again, actually, I want to, nope, she's dead. I'll use an egg. What the hell is going on with this thing? I'm gonna ask for help before too long, because I'm not understanding at all what I'm supposed to be looking for. But not yet, not yet. Are you? I got hit by the. I got hit by the stupid. I get hit by the. Oh no! I can't res her. I get hit by the spikes. Sorry, about the pillars or. It wouldn't be back in, like, up in the room. Like, that wouldn't make any sense at all. Up in the previous room. Can I res her yet? Can I get a res? All right, let me give it one more loop.
The spirits have trapped us.
Mang, shut up.
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
What the hell is this thing? So am I just supposed to carry this through the loop several times? It's the first time I actually looked and paid attention to what she was saying instead of just listening to it. First time I actually looked down at the text and saw that it was highlighted. How long has everyone been screaming that? Hu Tao. Oh. That should have been much more obvious because everything respawns.
We're stuck. The spirits have trapped us.
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through?
Finally! Paimon thought we were gonna be trapped in that weird place forever.
Someone said, I glanced over at chat a couple times. The only hint kind of that I saw was someone said pay attention to Hu Tao, and so a couple of those loops I was like, does her head point in some direction that I'm supposed to like?
That's exactly the point. Trespassers end up running scared.
So that's the weird stuff out of the way, right?
Yep. Just dive off the edge here.
Sure is good that physics don't work here, because that would have been like falling on concrete. Concrete. What was that Amber said in that one temple? And she was like, the wind says I'll make it. We jump across and just die immediately. Hey, chest.
Welcome to the farewell ceremony site. Our destination is just up ahead. I know you're excited,
I can heal Hu Tao.
so feel free to have a look around and talk amongst yourselves. Soon you'll find out there's nothing special about this place.
I'm not gonna use a chicken on her. Maybe I just feed her some apples. She's stuffed.
1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients.
Uh-huh. Oh, wait. In your character screen, because we have her right now. Oh, dang it. I wanted to go to her voice lines. Hello. I'll be right with you.
Are you clients? Apologies. This is just a little unexpected.
Look at her boots.
Seeing that it was Hu Tao that brought you puts me at ease. But I'm afraid we don't have the means to entertain guests here.
Oh, excuse me. Who are you?
My name is Lan Si. I've been waiting for someone for a long time now. Exactly how long, I couldn't really say. Everyone says waiting is difficult. But walking, watching, talking to newcomers, and the old crowd, it helps to pass the time. I can keep waiting, but who knows whether what I'm waiting for will ever come to pass. It's all the same to me. Waiting's all I can do anyway. But if you too are looking for someone important to you, it's best not to keep waiting forever.
Don't worry, we've always had enough time, apparently, or whatever the hell Lumine said. Or whatever Princess Abyss said, am I right?
Are you new here? What a coincidence, so am I. I can't believe how nice the scenery is. I thought it'd be all pitch black and freezing cold with no sense of space or time. Here I can finally work out a lifetime of emotions. It's fantastic. Perhaps I just set my expectations too low.
Okay. Hu Tao so small. She another small bean. Mo.
By the way, have you seen Uncle Jean recently?
That guy? I remember him saying it was time for him to move on.
Good for him. I wonder where he's off to next.
If you're curious, why don't we go and see for ourselves?
Some other time, perhaps. I'd like to stay here for a while.
It's the lantern
Dead
light
kids.
again. Wouldn't it be cool if we got to see the lanterns ourselves one day?
You can make a wish without a lantern, you know. My mom told me. As long as you yell it really loud, your wish will come true in the future.
Yell it? Isn't that kinda embarrassing?
As soon as the first person yells, and everyone else just joins in, and nobody feels embarrassed anymore.
That's right. Little Wu, you start.
All right, I wish I could open a massive restaurant with never-ending dishes and snacks, so I could eat Joy and chili chicken every day.
That's your wish?
If that's so funny, what's your wish?
To get rich, of course. Do big business and make a load of Mora. With Mora, you can do whatever you want and be happy.
Yeah, if you get rich, you could buy that super expensive toy box.
Not just one. One for everyone. No, loads for everyone.
Well, if Momo's gonna be a businessman, then I don't need to earn any money.
Whoa. It's tough getting rich. Don't put all the pressure on me.
As for me, I want to learn to make Ning Xiao lanterns. The big kind! And Xiao lanterns, too. I'll be the best artisan around.
Yeah! That way we don't need to go to Liyue Harbor to release Xiao lanterns.
Anyway, those are our wishes. Mung, Big G, what about you?
Me?
Huh? They all disappeared. Right when he was about to make his wish.
It brings back so many memories. That was the last lantern ride the five of us spent together.
It's been so long. Everyone's all grown up. Have all those wishes really come true?
They've come true.
We asked each
Pretty
of them
much.
for parting gifts for you.
Pretty much to the T.
Little Wu's become a chef. Momo's a successful businessman. And Zongza makes great Xiao lanterns.
Really? Wow.
We've never forgotten our childhood dreams. We've kept them in our hearts as a promise to each other. Anyway, time to release this lantern.
Hey, take a hint. Let's give them some space to go over the good old days.
I wasn't following them, Hu Tao. Why are you telling me to take a hint?
Take the hint? Really? Of all of us, you're the one who needs to learn how to read the room.
Your scope of work is nothing like how I imagined.
Really? The end result is the same, though. Exactly what I do and how I do it are just minor technicalities. As I explained, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was, once upon a time, more akin to a doctor's office than an actual funeral parlor. During the Archon War, piles of corpses covered the wilderness. People were plunged into misery and suffering. Disease was spreading all over the land. Death devastated the world of the living.
Well, it was a war.
Such were the times when the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first established. As humans, its founders were deemed too insignificant to matter, but slowly, they managed to drive away death.
They must have paid a huge price for that.
After generations, Liyue Harbor became a bustling hub of prosperity, luring people with dreams of great fame and abundant mora. But in the end, some lunatics stirred up the legacy of the dead. By that I mean the remnants of the defeated gods that ravaged the world. I won't go into specifics of that situation, but suffice to say that at its peak, life was on the verge of bringing about its own extinction, while death was coming back with a vengeance. It took a long, long time, longer than you'd think, to restore balance and reinstate the border. Without it, Liyue Harbor as we know it wouldn't be here today, neither would the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, you or me.
Those are some interesting establishing shots that they went through. Didn't expect you to be such a storyteller.
The previous directors all love to tell this one too, although if you ask me, I think I tell it best. What you make of my words is up to you. I do hope that most of it flew over your heads, though. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is just that, a funeral parlor. Nothing more to it.
Maybe that's for the better.
We live in peaceful times, but this harmonious coexistence between life and death should never be taken for granted.
Tavat is in a peaceful-ish time.
Huh? It's about time. Let's go. Let's take them to the place where all begins and all goes to rest.
What kind of place is that?
I just mean where we first bumped into each other. I come up with fun names for things sometimes, okay? No need to hound me with questions about every little thing I say.
Oh, hello. I stood on it. First lady's supposed to be Little Nine's mom and Dusky Ming's dad. Really? Huh.
I think we did everything we could to make you happy, Big G, wouldn't you say? But if you ever really do become an evil spirit and come back with more nefarious nonsense in mind, I may have to forget our friendship and give you a far less fond farewell.
Okay, fair enough.
I won't, I promise. I'm grateful for everything you've done for me. Now that I know that my friends are doing so well, I have no intention to bother them.
I also want to thank you. You made my dream come true too.
So you should also mind my warning, Mung. If you won't let go of the past, I might reunite you two sooner than you think.
How can you say such horrendous things with that smile on your face?
Well then, last but not least, let's say our goodbyes to Big G.
She's like, I might kill you. Anyways.
See you later, Big G.
Not like that. You won't be seeing him later. Let's stick to goodbye and such.
No worries. I'll just take my leave. I'm sorry. Of all the wishes we yelled that day, only ours hasn't come true.
Nah, don't be bothered by that. No life is without its regrets. You can leave in peace now.
All right. I'll remember you all. Goodbye.
That was the same ghost transition orbiting around the head that they did with A. And obviously this one came first. That they did with A In her story quest.
He's gone then. I thought that closure would bring me relief, but all I can feel now is emptiness.
So, what was the wish you two made? We didn't have a chance to hear it earlier.
Well, after each of us has started a family and built a career, we want both our families to spend the lantern rite together. That's why I envy my friends so much. Little Wu and the rest, they all had a chance to fulfill their wishes. Mine, however, will remain just a dream.
You still have a lot ahead of you. You're still pretty young.
That's right. Also, think about this. Everyone gets burnt to ash one day. So
Thanks.
enjoy your life while
Hu
you can,
Tao.
and when your duty to the living is over, you can meet whoever you want again in the afterlife. Isn't that great?
Thank you?
Just stick with the last part. You'll be dining with them in Sovngarde. Anyways.
Either way, I don't think I'll ever return to Wuwang Hill. I have a lot of feelings to process.
No worries. It's a good opportunity for you to go on vacation. Consider your leave approved. Naturally, this doesn't change the terms of our previous agreement. The leave will be unpaid.
Aren't you forgetting about something?
You promised you help us in our search. Yeah, where's my sister at?
I took you to the border and let you have a look around, didn't I? But based on your reaction, it seems like you didn't find what you're looking for. It is a pity indeed.
The biggest pity of all is your lack of help.
The biggest pity of all is my pity on Raiden banner, but go ahead, Paimon.
I was fishing around on your behalf through the channels that aren't accessible to you. Unfortunately, I didn't find any leads worth pursuing either. I'll keep my eyes open in case anything crops up. If so, I'll be sure to let you know.
You don't sound like you mean it.
I'm not an expert on tracking down the living. However, if you want me to summon someone from the other side of the border...
Well, I don't know if she's dead. That's kind of an interesting, like, the portal that she went in during the Dane quest was just like, are you in a different, like, where's the Abyss? Are you in a different area, a different part of Teyvat, a different dimension up in Celestia? Where the hell did you go?
Stop saying creepy stuff.
Relax. I'll help you look for them. You have my word. My exquisite sense of humor always goes unappreciated.
Seems like being funeral home director really suits you.
I have my reasons.
Reasons?
The spirits we saw near the border are the dead that still long for the world of the living. But I've never seen any of the previous directors there, not even once. This means that becoming the director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was the right decision for them, and left them with no regrets.
Fair enough. We will meet in Sovngarde then. May Talos guide you. Hello, Mang.
Since I don't plan to ever come back here, I'd like to make the most of this opportunity and stay a bit longer.
Why does the mouse sensitivity occasionally just go crazy?
The director's right. Perhaps some time away will do me good. A new life awaits me.
Chest up here I somehow missed. Alright. I read you some spooky stories. We did Hu Tao's quest.
Illusion shattered.
Ow. I was gonna do that. That was my joke.
There is no escape.
Yeah. Who's left? Animo damage.
Brings a smile to my face.
You guys have any Halloween memories? Because I think I'm going to end in not too long. You guys have any Halloween memories? I seem to remember going. I once went to a. I cosplayed a dead hiker for Halloween once in elementary school, and I had a little hiking stick. And then I went to a haunted house, and they were like, I'm gonna need you to not bring the hiking stick into the haunted house. And I was like, why? They're like, because you might get scared and hit someone with it. And I was like, okay, fair. There's just one time in band camp. No, Soft, no. Bow, bow. Mom would drive us around to the houses she knew for trick or treat. Yeah, there was always because I grew up in a very small town, and my parents knew who would like. There was always one house. I can't remember who. Sucks. I can't remember who they were, but it was an old couple that they wouldn't give candy. They would give you a can of soda. I thought that was so cool. It was like, yeah, soda.
Into the wind.
Yeah.
Shine down. Quietly now.
Yelan as a bow character doing 400 damage on a normal attack is wild. Because the scaling on bow characters' normal attacks is horrible. Her being able to do that much is pretty dope. I have been getting her normal attack talent up because because that helps the charge shot. And I do use the charge shot these days. That one time at Hilichurls camp. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise, let me get that stupid mic away from me. Oh, excuse me. Two Biggies once in U.S. for holiday over Halloween, thought the whole thing was mad. Free candy, yeah. Yeah, it's just Shush your face. Hi, Akun from work. Nice. Solid.
Even better than I imagined.
Even better
It's
than
my
I
lucky
imagined. Oh, pff, didn't see you there.
Get out of here!
The wind knows me.
It's so fun trying to juggle people. I've done that with Jean and Yanfei, where I'll use Jean's hold attack to throw someone in the air and then just throw fireballs at them, trying to keep them airborne. You know, I was just in the U.S. recently, and it's always fun to see how you guys go all out and decorate. Yeah, it's like the decorations are huge here in the States, whether it's Halloween decorations or Christmas decorations or all that kind of stuff. Being Scream the Killer and walk up, I'm gonna cut you like a fish. Oh my gosh, everyone, calm yourselves. Stupor conduct. Link, hello. Thanks for the first time in chat. Welcome, welcome. Sweet flowers. Back to Leo Harbor, and I think here. Oh, there's Adventurers Guild stuff to get. Also, don't look at my capped resin.
Astra Abyssosk.
Yeah, everyone go back out. What's exclamation up here? Oh, hey. Catherine, I'm back!
Ad Astra.
Adventurers!
Thank you for complete.
Alright. Before we leave, purchase with Primos. How about we do 2 more rolls on Nahida Banner? Wow, a cool steal. That's dope, dude. Hey, a 4. Yes, my first constellation for my boy. One of my many boys. Hell yeah. What's his constellation? Oh, increased number of rain swords. That's cool. Because the rain swords floating around you is the damage reduction for him. Right, he needs Oceanid stuff, right? Yeah, Oceanid stuff. Holy shit, 12. Alright. That does it for today. Thanks everyone for stopping by. I will be taking tomorrow off. But should be back on Friday. Wow, 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 wow. This. There we go. All right. Oh my gosh. I need to take a nap or something. I need to take a nap. It's like 6 in the afternoon. It's like 6 in the evening. Yeah, Monday said that last a previous stream. It was like, congrats on your Hu Tao. I was like, wait, did I? Okay, no, he's. Initially, I was like, wait, did you pull a Hu Tao? Yeah. You will never let me live that down, and good, because that was the dumbest thing. I do feel good about how much I like the 2 characters that people have spent real money to crystal me with have been Yelan and Raiden, and I use them so often. So thanks, whales. Please don't feel compelled to crystal me though. The upcoming Squareathon, I always say, is not a subathon. It is always appreciated though. You know, it helps me because I work for myself, and so as far as like I like real job, and so it helps me do more of this kind of stuff. So thanks everyone. Let's get some nuts to round out this one. I think that's everything. Yeah, Discord as always down below, and I'll see all of you next time. Thanks again so much. Love you all. Bye. And happy Halloween.